Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. And as a lot of you guys know, I do a new question every single day. And my question of today is, have you gone outside today? I know it's the most normal thing to do in the world. However, a lot of people I've spoken to lately say they don't go outside as much as they used to because of the pandemic and the whole CV situation. But I'm wondering from you, do you go outside every day still, or do you try to sit home? Let me know in the comment section down below. All right, the first article here is a very heavy article surrounding Ripple and XRP that was published yesterday. And now, yes, I tweeted it out already, so a couple of you guys that are following me already, you probably know about it. And I read through it, and it's a pretty interesting article that I think a lot of you guys would like to know about. Now, before we get into it, if you are enjoying the daily crypto news, don't forget and please support the channel by pressing the like button and subscribing. Helps me out a ton and puts a smile on my face. Now, Ripple likely sold XRP in an unregistered securities offering. What a title. What a title. The former CFTC chair's analysis stating that Ripple's XRP is not a security might be wrong. Ho ho ho. Damn. So a little while ago, Chris Giancarlo, the former chairman of the CFTC, argued that XRP is not a security. And he reasoned that it doesn't really break the Howey test, right? Which is the SEC's principal method of determining whether something is a security or not. And going through the test, he says, is it an investment of money? Is it a common enterprise? And is there expectations of profits? Well, again, there's something that Giancarlo says, which is the first part. And then there's the second part, which he says. Here, once more, there's what Giancarlo says, and then there's his part. And then again, what Giancarlo says with expectations of profits and what he says. And he also, I guess, just kind of looks back at what Giancarlo says and says, although Giancarlo does his best, his arguments in this prong are circular and nonsensical. So again, he makes ridiculous comparisons between XRP and Bitcoin, arguing that because Bitcoin is not a security, XRP fails to meet this prong. And if we go down a little bit at the end, in my opinion, XRP clearly meets all the prongs of the Howey test and would be considered a security. Through his paper, Giancarlo relies heavily on the assumption that Bitcoin and Ether failed every prong of the Howey test, which simply isn't true. His entire argumentation was amateurish and intentionally misleading. Very distinct prongs were lumped together and supported with nonsensical legalese to confuse and distract. So if you want to see more about exactly, what he argues and what the counters to it all are, just check out the article. It's a really interesting one. But it's just interesting to see that there are people really, working on this type of stuff day to day. There are people that look at these papers and are like, this guy's full of crap. And they just analyze the shizzle out of it, which really is something I, as kind of a news reporter, I love. On the contrary, it sometimes is annoying to see something you love so much or that you like a lot or you've been invested in being put into a bad daylight. However, you always got to be realistic, This guy says it's a security. Well, I personally don't believe it, but I give him every single right to talk about it and claim it is. If he thinks so, he should claim it, and the defendants can go against it, But everybody should have the right to assume what they want to in this case here. If you think it's a security, don't invest, you do you. But I personally don't think it is, and that's just me. Vechain confident of convincing more partners at World Artificial Intelligence Conference. Again, really interesting title, really interesting subject. Vechain generally has just been doing extraordinarily good, and I've really been supporting them a lot more than I'm kind of used to. Vechain can kind of become a daily subject nowadays just because of the amount of news they've really gotten themselves now, and it's really something I've decided to invest a lot more in. I almost need to make another video of why I've been investing more and more and more. Because, oh my freaking days, guys, look at that, by the way. Look at what Vechain has just been doing again. Plus 20% on the day at 1.2 cents. That is insane. That is insane. Let's see ADA, by the way. Just a quick check. Plus 3%. So yeah, Vechain outperforming most of the market. They are really doing extraordinarily good. It's really, really crazy to see what they have brought themselves right now. Really, really insane, guys. So yeah, they're confident of convincing more partners at the World Artificial Intelligence Conference. All right. Public blockchain technology that is dedicated to offering enterprise-focused solution, Vechain, in a recent release revealed that it will be attending the World Artificial Intelligence Conference along tech giants and bigwigs, including Alibaba, Microsoft, Amazon, and others. At the world-leading conference, Vechain will open the first blockchain technology session, delivering a keynote speech on the titled "Blockchainize the Future, Power the Economy." However, Vechain said it will make use of the golden opportunity to showcase its industry-leading blockchain solution to attendees of the conference, adding that it is sure that attendees and VIPs at the event will be glad to listen to its opening speech. And all this type of stuff, guys, makes me really, really sad I didn't get the chance to invest earlier. Because a couple of these coins, Vechain, ADA, Chainlink, Zilliqa, you guys have been talking about that like crazy in the comment section. XRP, they're all just really, really good opportunities here to get yourself some coin that's kind of set up for growth over the longer term. Some of you guys were saying Hbar network. I'm not really that interested. Hbar, I've actually heard about that coin a longer while ago. However, I don't know too much about it. If I got to be completely honest, I don't know too much about it. All I knew was that it took one big spike, and I saw it on one of the overviews where it did really, really well. However, on a daily basis or something like that, no, I've not really been involved with them. I haven't really checked up any news either, but maybe it's time for me to do so. You guys said so, so I'm going to check it out. And if you want me to comment on Hedera Hashgraph over on the channel here, put it down below and I'll check further into it. Same goes for Zilliqa. If you want daily updates on it, put it down below and I'll check it out, because these are coins I want to get involved with if you guys like him so much. Really, a lot of you guys commented it, so put your opinion down below. Now, again, this conference is really showing once more and a couple of the other recognitional pieces that Vechain has gotten over the last couple of weeks. They'll show just how much work Vechain has been putting into it, which is one, but also just how much they're being recognized for the work they put in. So with a lot of these companies, it's the way that they do a lot. They do a lot, but nobody really recognizes they do it. Nobody really notices they are hardworking as much as they are. And with Vechain, yeah, that was the way for a couple of years, but now finally, a lot of parties are noticing that this tech, what they got here, is really, really smart, really, really handy, and gonna take it all over. Funny, or ironically. Vechain, Zilliqa, Amice Go. Price displays strong resistivity towards bear. Yeah, it's been the way for a little bit, by the way, guys. It's been the way for quite a little bit. While the first three coins on the table are struggling under the influence of the market bear, Vechain, Zil, and OMG remain highly resistant to the forces of the bear, with a huge rise in the last 24 hours. It's for all these coins, they've been doing extraordinarily good. And again, it's just a waiting game for these coins to really pop off. I mean, to be completely honest, they've already been popping off over the last really periods. I don't even know what exact period to put it at, but longer periods. It's just a little bit of a wonder at how long they can continue. Because of course, all these streams, they're not forever, guys. At one point they fall over, and the big question is going to be exactly when that is going to be. To stay on the topic of XRP and Ripple a little bit more though, whenever I read about CBDCs, I always get a little bit of a connection towards Ripple. Same goes for if I read about Visa, I always just, get a little bit of connection in the back of my head. Now the title here says, Visa, head of crypto deconstructs issues regarding CBDCs and effects of Bitcoin adoption. Well, yeah. In my opinion, it's very, very simple to see a lot of issues with any new technology out there. It's really simple. The question is, do the benefits weigh off against these disadvantages? According to him, Bitcoin stands a greater chance of thriving once the government clearly stipulate rules and regulations surrounding the industry. To quote, as governments evaluate CBDC, the path that they decide to take will have major implications for privacy, monetary sovereignty, geopolitics, as well as global adoption of crypto dollars and Bitcoin. However, Sheffield cautioned on those interested in the above points to follow the global happenings regarding the central bank digital currencies. Quote again, it is worth closely following the active debate around if CBDC should be created and how specifically they should be designed and implemented, he said. With the team of CBDCs going mainstream, Sheffield thinks it is becoming a huge challenge to keep up with the news. Quote, what used to be an occasional paper from an analyst at a central bank every few months has evolved into a steady stream of content from many different experts, academics, and organizations, making it harder to keep up with the latest considerations, he said. And in conclusion, he just thinks it's a little bit of a an interesting topic, that's for sure, but also sees a couple of these problems with the different countries and how exactly we've got to pull this in and how exactly it's all got to work and who's right, who's wrong, who should be listened to, who shouldn't. And I really rate that as well. I get that, and I understand where it's all coming from. The problem with CBDCs, in my opinion, is really what he just said. How are you going to roll them out? Who's going to decide everything? And should you do it per country? What kind of purpose would they have? Are they going to be only intraday or intra-country? Are they going to be one central one? It's central bank currency, but are they going to be like, are they going to go for one global currency or just every single central bank their own one? Or what are they going to do with that? And also, what exactly will be the purpose, right? Because it's understandable that they will have, some sort of purpose for the country itself. Will they also have a very big purpose outside of the country? And will they all connect with each other? And, in that case, what will they do exactly? Will they be traded against each other? Or how will it all go? I personally don't know exactly what the plans are because, at least in my opinion, they keep changing them a little bit. Every time there's a little bit of a different plan to exactly what's going to be happening. Makes me confused, but hey, that's just it. But guys, that was it for the video. That was it for this video. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe. And I will definitely see you guys again in another crypto video if you press the like button and subscribe. So do that and take care, everybody, and have a very, very nice day.